It's just a patch of green fields and second breakfasts. Or is it? Welcome to the Grey Havens Hour. Today we return to the very heart of Middle-earth and discover why it had to be saved. Because while Frodo carries the ring to Mount Doom, his real reward is to walk back through his front door. This isn't a tale about kings or conquest. It's about gardens, handkerchiefs, and quiet evenings by the fire. In this video, we'll explore why Tolkien made the Shire the emotional heart of the story, how his peace anchors the chaos of a larger world, what home means to people who've seen war, why even saving the world isn't enough without healing the small, and how Tolkien's final gift to us is hope rooted in the ordinary. Let's begin where it all started and where it had to end, in the green hills of the Shire. Tolkien didn't open The Lord of the Rings in Gondor or Mordor. He began in a birthday party in the Shire, because the Shire is Middle-earth's heart. It is untouched by grandeur. It knows no thrones or great wars, and yet everything that happened in the story, from Rivendell to Rohan, comes back to this little land of pipeweed and apple orchards. Tolkien once wrote that the Shire was inspired by the love of and regret for a vanished England, a place of peace that must be defended, not for power's sake, but because peace itself is sacred. The hobbits don't crave adventure, they crave stability, and that, Tolkien says, is what's worth fighting for. The War of the Ring might take place far from Hobbiton, but make no mistake, it's about Hobbiton. It's about preserving the possibility of planting a garden in spring, of children running barefoot through fields, or letters arriving on time and ales served properly. These things sound small, but they're not insignificant. Because Sauron doesn't just want to conquer the world, he wants to corrupt it. The Shire must be protected, Tolkien wrote, or all else is in vain. This is why the ring must be destroyed, not just to defeat evil, but to preserve the good. It's not the glory of Gondor at stake, it's the simplicity of home. Sam doesn't dream of gold or glory, he dreams of tomatoes and a bit of land to call his own. And when the war is over and Frodo cannot rest, Sam does what no warrior or king can do. He plants a garden, he marries Rosie, he raises a family, he becomes mayor of Hobbiton, and he builds while others remember. The gift he receives from Galadriel, the box of earth from Lothlorien, isn't for power, it's for renewal. Sam brings healing not through music, but through roots, soil, and stubborn love. In the book, the hobbits return to a Shire scarred, industrialised, poisoned, their green land turned grey. This chapter, The Scouring of the Shire, is one of Tolkien's most personal. He said it was an essential part of the story, foreseen from the outset, because heroes don't just return from war and rest, they rebuild. Frodo cannot fight anymore, but Merry, Pippin and Sam can. They rouse the hobbits, they clear out the invaders, they take back their home. The Shire is saved, but not without cost, not for everyone. Frodo saved the world, but he cannot save himself. He bears a wound deeper than flesh, a spiritual scar left by the ring, by Shelob's sting, and by the burden of carrying evil alone. Even the Shire, in all its warmth, cannot heal him. He writes the story, he hands it to Sam, and then he leaves. There is no real going back, Frodo says. Though I may come to the Shire, it will not be the same, for I shall not be the same. This is Tolkien's quiet wisdom, that even in saving what we love, we may lose ourselves. And yet, Frodo's suffering is not meaningless. He buys peace for others. He gives his home to those who can still live in it. Tolkien served in World War I. He saw friends die in the mud of the Somme. When he came home, the world felt different. Colder, more mechanised, less innocent. The Shire is his answer. Not an escape, but a recovery. He gives us green hills, not as fantasy, but as hope. A vision of what might be rebuilt. His story ends not with a coronation, but with Sam returning to Bag End, closing the door, and saying simply, "Well, I'm back." 3 words, but in them, restoration, peace, and the power of home. The greatest evil in Tolkien's world is domination, the will to remake others in your image. The greatest good, it isn't swords or sorcery, it's care. A hobbit feeding a friend, a gardener growing life. The Shire reminds us that heroism isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's the choice of keeping things as they are. To say, no, this is enough. Tolkien believed that the world is not saved by grand gestures, but by small ones done faithfully. Thank you for joining us here on the Grey Havens Hour. In a world of battles and towers, the Shire reminds us what really matters. Not victory, but return. Not power, but peace. Tolkien knew what it meant to come home changed. And he knew that saving the world means nothing if we forget to save the garden. If this story stirred something in you, if you too have a love for small lights in dark places, please like, share and subscribe for more voice-led reflections from Middle-earth's quietest corners. Until next time, keep your feet on solid ground and don't forget second breakfast.